Welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing a very simple yet, let's say, controversial topic. And it's simply this: GTA 4, Grand Theft Auto 4, is not better than GTA 5. It's superior. It's a superior game, telling a superior story, moved forward by superior characters. And I mean, you just have to start from the music, just the introduction, the iconic theme song for GTA 4, which we haven't forgotten up to 17 years after the game came out. Question: what is the theme song for GTA 5? Exactly. It doesn't have one because I don't know how, but GTA 5 just doesn't have the soul that GTA 4 does. And of course, over the course of this video, we'll look at what I mean by soul. We started with the music, we'll look at the gameplay, we'll look at the characters, we'll look at the physics, we'll look at the destructible environments, we'll look at even the fact that you have 2 or 3 church scenes in the game where you see the actual characters going to church. But contrast it to GTA 5, where the characters are just terrible people, just hedonistic. They don't have a view that hedonistic, animalistic. They don't have like a higher consciousness that I would say a player can identify closely with. And it's a little unfortunate because truly, after going back to play this game so many years after it came out, I mean, it made me appreciate GTA 5 even less because I look at Michael DeSanta, I look at what's his name, Trevor. Yeah, Trevor is the wild one, and then I look at Franklin, and it's like, who are these guys? Who are these people? Franklin goes to the strip club. Every girl he gets goes back home with him, and he has sex with them. But in GTA 4, you actually have to go on dates with these girls. You and as you go on dates, they grow fonder and fonder of you until at some point, each girl that you date, especially, has an ability where you can call her for a specific thing. So there's a paramedic, for example, whom you date, and if your health is low, you can call her and she can tell you how to control your breathing, and your health comes back. It's like you don't have that level of depth in GTA 5. You just don't. It's just a very, very bland, empty game. There's a lot of stuff in it, but the game is empty. It's the biggest map, but there's nothing in it. The town is just like 25% of the map. The rest is just wild. Okay, there are wild animals in the game. So the game, how I describe GTA 5, I called it full of nothing. The game is full of nothing. There's so much nothing in the game. The characters, as I said, forgettable. Here you have the Russians. Niko is Serbian, so the Russians look at the Serbians as, dogs. Then you have the Italians. Then you have the Irish, and you see how the the hierarchy of the crime, of the crime network in Liberty City works. In GTA 5, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we go and do heists and stuff. You have to do 6 missions in order to do one heist job. When I played this back, and I was shocked that I was doing missions for Paki, and all of a sudden, the Liberty City bank job, just like that. Like we're all wearing suits, we're all carrying bags filled with money, shooting at the cops, just like that. The game just is just direct. It didn't pad out the game. You just get the game directly as you receive it. There's not too much filler. I think GTA 5 had a lot of filler because with this game, GTA 4, yes, you come into the game, you meet Roman, you try to do jobs for Roman, you see that his life is not what he said it was, and then very quickly you meet what's his name, Vlad, and then that's how you start doing stuff. So from Vlad, you meet Dimitri, you meet Ray, and on and on and on. From Ray, you meet what's his name? Yeah, Lil Jacob. Lil Jacob, very important part of the story. You meet Elisabetta, you meet Manny, you meet Playboy. You see all these guys. Like, honestly, they say nostalgia lasts 15 minutes. Honestly, with GTA 5, nostalgia lasted almost 16 hours because I was playing older games, like some PS2 games here and there, playing some other games, and the feeling of nostalgia lasted about 15 minutes. But with this game, I didn't know when I finished this game all over again. Before I knew it, I was playing the game, and before I knew it, we're at the last mission where I have to make a choice between two things. Spoiler alert. So it just shows me how superior this game is, and I am so shocked that the game is so underappreciated. The young ones, the Gen Z people, they're not really looking at the game. And honestly, the game is so mature. It's so cerebral because I mean the theme is very simple. Nico is looking for someone, and he's driven by revenge. Obviously, as the course of events unfold, but even though the story is simple or the plot is simple, there's still so much layers which the characters bring into the game. You have people like Little Jacob, you have people like Playboy X, and honestly, going back and playing the game, it felt like, oh wow, I've not seen this guy in a long time. I felt a connection with people like Brucey. I was like, oh yeah, Bruce is the Realism guy. Like, it felt like I knew Brucey, and I've not seen Brucey in a long time. That's how playing this game after 17 years felt. So, I mean, I've gone back to play GTA 5, and I just could not go beyond what were the first few missions. Yeah, just when the game opens up to all three characters, I think by the time, or I think after the first heist, I just got tired. I was like, yeah, because it felt like you were playing the game just so you could get to the first heist. You know what I mean? That's how I felt. I didn't have anything to look forward to in terms of the missions that the three characters were doing. And I mean, there's no doubt that Nico is a superior character to Michael, Trevor, and Franklin combined. Like, there's just no doubt about that. The connections that he built with people. I mean, and I mean, I don't even want to go too much into detail onto why GTA 5 is terrible, but you have a character like Trevor, and uh, the introduction to Trevor is him fucking Johnny's girlfriend and killing him when he's begging him not to fuck his girlfriend, and he stomps him out to death. It's like Johnny, who we played in GTA4 as part of the episode of Lost Liberty City Stories. I'm sorry, episode from Liberty City, and we love Johnny because we know we saw him as ride or die biker gang, and then all of a sudden in GTA 5 he's turned into like a pathetic cock. Basically, he knows Trevor is fucking his girlfriend, and he's like, "Oh, please don't fuck my girlfriend as much." It's like that's not true. That is not correct. That is not the correct reaction for a character like Johnny to have against Trevor. Who the fuck is Trevor that makes Johnny such a small person? We never even found out who that guy was because Johnny could have just pulled up and shot the fucker in the face. But you see him, he's so beaten and beat down. And from that moment, maybe I'm biased, but from that moment, I hated Grand Theft Auto 5. I understood Michael DeSanta, I understood Franklin as GTA characters, but I did not appreciate Trevor. I mean, that's why I've always hated him. And as I said, it seems like Rockstar, they lost their soul. There is no soul anymore, I would say, in GTA 5. There wasn't any soul. It was just, as I said, you had the biggest map. Also, they can brag about that, but there's nothing in the map. The characters, who are the characters? We don't even remember these people. Other than, like, so you have Lamar. Lamar is literally, easily the most memorable character because of his skit. And that's what kind of carried on. But you have Brucey, you have Lil Jacob, you have Elizabeth. Like, you don't see much of these guys, but there's so much depth to them. Even people like Vlad and Mikhail Faustin and Ray Bulgarian and these guys, Bell and Pecorino and all these guys, Bocino. And then it's so strange. Paki, fantastic guy. It's so strange that GTA 5 could not string these guys together. And obviously, clearly, if you look at the mission structure, yes, it's Grand Theft Auto, but they clearly stole some things from GTA 5. The GTA 5 clearly stole a lot of things from GTA 4. For example, the drug deal where you have somebody saying, "Do you have the drugs? Do you have the drugs?" and then the person turns out to be a cop. So you have that, and then they repeated that almost bar for bar with a Trevor mission where he's going to sell drugs as well. But it's fine. I mean, GTA is a game about crime, so it's normal and expected for there to be a mission where you try to buy drugs and then the person turns out to be a cop. That's acceptable. There's no problem with that. It's just worth pointing out that that happened. So you have, and then yeah, you have Mallory, the relationship between Mallory and what's his name? and Roman, right? It's like he likes her, but she's clearly flirting with this guy. She even ends up having sex with him, but he still decides to marry her. And it's like you feel that depth of Roman's scenario, Roman's problems. And then obviously when you go to kill Vlad, you kill Vlad because of what he did to Roman, basically. And obviously the woman in the scenario doesn't face much of scrutiny because you have to remember women are not truly responsible the way a man is. So we give them a pass for their behavior. And Roman ends up marrying Mallory. Spoiler alert, I guess. So, and now that we've gotten all those things out of the way, the depth of the characters, what about and the story and how the characters relate to one another? What about the gameplay? What about that? Because I think that is the most important aspect. What are you playing for the next 10, 20, 30 hours? And you look at the driving, and you just feel like you are actually operating a motor vehicle. You can see when you turn the car, you can see how the car shifts the suspension. It's not just arcadey, turn left, it turns left, but you actually have to compensate for oversteer and understeer, and your back tires may just spin out of the way. So even driving your car is a challenge that you will master. You will, as soon as you keep playing the game, as long as you keep playing the game, you will get used to the physics systems for each car. Just looking at the car, you'll be able to tell this is how this car handles. Look at that. Look at that turn, for example. You'll be able to tell that this is how cars handle and things like that. So from that alone, you have depth. Then you now have the mission structures. What I like about Grand Theft Auto 4 is that the missions are very simple. Yes, you go to a place and kill people, but because of the gunplay, it doesn't feel the same. Bullets, the guns have impact. You can feel the impact on the person that you shoot. You have the environment. You can shoot and destroy cover. So you feel like you're actually affecting the environment. In Grand Theft Auto 5, that is missing. You don't have that. The cover is all the same. You just have to wait till the person pops the head out to shoot. But here you can feel the impact. When you shoot somebody, you can feel it that he falls over. It's usually down in a high place. Yeah, they fall to the ground like that. So it's so there's so many different permutations that make it such that you can play for the next 20, 30 hours just going on missions and different missions, shooting people, but it doesn't get boring because each gunfight plays differently. The cover is different. The tactics that you're going to use will be different. So it never gets boring, never. I mean, Lil Jacob, fantastic character. It's a shame. I mean, I didn't see or hear from him in GTA 5. I don't know what's going to happen with characters, and I think that's something that Rockstar needs to do. They need to pay more homage and more respect to their characters. Like since you had, for example, GTA 3 in Vice City, or not Vice City. Let's say San Andreas, you had Don Salvatore. You know what I mean? Salvatore was there, and then it comes back. Or then you had Liberty Stories where you met Tony Cipriani, or Vice Stories where you have Victor Vance, or what's his name? Lance Vance's brother, whatever his name is, I forget. But the point is, there needs to be more respect to the older characters. So in GTA 5, for example, the only person you hear from is Johnny getting stomped out and Paki. But then they mentioned, oh yeah, there was a Serbian guy who did missions in Liberty City, but we don't know where he ended up. We would like to hear about where people end up. So just a note for GTA 6: if Tommy Vercetti is not in GTA 6 in some fashion, then it's a problem. I get that Ray Liotta is dead, and it's unfortunate, but bring back Tommy Vercetti. I think the character should be able to outlive the actor who played it. So I mean, I try to skip this cutscene so that you don't get any spoilers, but just looking at the gameplay, looking at how everything works out, see how the bullets do damage to the environment. You can see how when the bullets strike the ground, you can actually hear the concrete coming off the ground. So it's let's just give it a listen. it's so grounded. When Niko is fighting and killing people, when he's getting hits, you hear him getting angrier and angrier, and you feel that as you're playing. Of course, because of the story, because of the fact that you're getting hits, because of the fact that you're killing people, you feel the anger when you hear him shouting at people. It's so unique and classic. You don't get that in GTA 5. You do not get that. So even when you get hit, like if you zoom in on the camera, you can actually see Niko's expression changing as he shoots and kills people. It's so it's so unique. It's so iconic because and of course you have the cover system, which is fantastic. I mean, if you press it from far enough a distance, you can actually run and slide into cover. You see that you can still see more destruction. So your your environment doesn't stay the same. The game encourages you to move from place to place because the cover is destructible. So you're not just standing in one place and peeping and aiming to shoot until all the enemies are dead. No, you actually have to move. You actually have to be tactical. You don't know who's behind cover. So it's so unique. It's you just don't get a game like this, or at least until you have Max Payne. But that's not what we're talking about. And the main thing I like about GTA 4 over 5 is that it's grounded. So you don't have any superpowers where press these two buttons to win because that's literally what the adrenaline button is for. So with Franklin, if you're driving, you can slow time down and adjust your driving. Or if you're shooting with Michael, you can slow time down, like bullet time, and then get your shots correctly. But here, it's real battles. You're actually fighting. You're actually you're actually trying your best not to get killed. So there's no special magic to help you. The game is grounded. The game is rooted. Your your movements must be calculated. The game is not going to give you any tools to help you, other than your skill in doing what it is that you're supposed to do. And you'll be doing it a lot. And as I said, it doesn't feel repetitive. GTA 5 is repetitive when you go on shooting, shooting, shooting because it's just the same thing. The cover is not destructible. You don't have to move anywhere. You're just right there waiting for the next guy to pop his head out. But here you can actually flank people. You can just pick offsetting shots and the person falls over and dies. It's more realistic, it's more grounded, I would say. Then of course, you have the vigilante system. They brought it back and it's from GTA 3 and it's so good. It's so nice because basically it gives you infinite gameplay. You can just get a cop car and go and start killing criminals as a vigilante, and it's so nice. It's so basic, so you can keep doing that for as long as you want, like the old days. So and GTA 5 doesn't have that. If you get a cop car, all you get is maybe some armor or a shotgun, but that's basically it. So they just it, GTA 5 just fails to supply the kind of depth that GTA 4 has just by default. It's unfortunate. I mean, obviously, and of course, shout out to the goat, Kroby Cat. Kroby Cat exposed this so well, so easily in this video. If you have not watched this video, check it out. I'll probably have to link it for sure because it's such an iconic video. The video is so true, and that's kind of the problem. Like, there's a generational gap of gamers, and I feel like that gap has not been bridged. Like, we've not had a round table with the young ones to tell them and give them the right education in gaming because you look at the young streamers, they're all playing GTA 5, they're not playing GTA 4. Like, GTA 4 doesn't appeal to them. I don't know what it is, but GTA 4 is a much deeper game. Obviously, GTA 5 has the server stuff and all that stuff, but it's a deeper game to experience, much deeper than uh, than GTA 5. GTA 4 is like a superior game. So you don't see the young guys, the young streamers playing this game for whatever reason, even though the game is much, 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 much better. And I think truly they should because it's a reflection of a different time where you could have churches and games, or where this game was a little bit more irreverent. It was a little bit more irreverent. Obviously, Nico too has to be this neutral guy who likes his gay friends or whatever the case may be. But you still felt a touch of the old school in the game. You still felt that it's not as let me say it's not as 2025. You know what I mean? GTA 5 was very, very modern in its tastes and its sensibilities and sensitivities. To be fair, So it definitely had that problem, I have to say. So just look at this. Just like we're having this fight, and we're in a room full of 20 people. So let's watch this. Yeah, for reference, I'm using a controller. I was using a controller here, and with GTA4, use a keyboard and mouse. Do not use a controller. Like, controller sucks with the game. Trust me. Like, I didn't know. You have to use a keyboard and mouse. Later in the game, I used a keyboard and mouse. It's superior. Look at the blind fire. I mean, it's fuck, man. It's just too much. You see that? See this column here? This column here was good, and it got destroyed, and I was getting hit because of this column being destroyed.
Stay down!
Do you hear the sound? If you listen to this, there's a sound of the gun that is reverberating off the steel in the ceiling. That is how deep this game is.
Stay
Hear
down!
that? There's a small echo of the gunshots, sound of the gunshots reverberating off the steel. Crazy.
That's enough!
So if this was GTA5 and you're playing as Trevor, you could just activate your superpowers and go in and kill everyone. But here you have to be tactical. You can't just go and do your best. You actually have to chill and wait until the right time.
Whatever you want. I got drugs and money.
See that? I shot his hand.
Fuck with me!
Look at that. The cover is gone. That cover is gone, specifically.
It's you on me! Be afraid, friend! It's alright. Did that hurt?
Let's rush this jump, fam! We got the drop on you, gangster.
You're going to die, friend! I don't give a shit!
About this. I got a clean shot, man.
Stay away from me!
So, what are we saying?
Sweet reggae music. Be scared! I don't give a shit! Throw you! Hi! Hi! Ah! You're mine, fuck stick.
You know you started a war.
Rip your fucking heart out! Ow! rip your fucking heart out! What are you waiting for? Give a shit!
This is such a perfect example of the physics of this game. This is a mission where you've been tasked to kill a VIP or someone like that. And I failed the mission, so I came back with an RPG to make sure I don't fail this time. So watch what happens. So that's the target. That's the target going into the chopper. Now, looking back, I could have just shot him right now, but I thought everyone needed to be in the chopper, then I'll kill them all once they're all in the chopper. That was what I thought. Actually, it turns out I could have just killed him right now, but I chose not to. But let's see what happens. So that's my target right there. It's going in. So stupidly, I wait for them to all get in, and then I fire, thinking that it takes a while for the chopper to get up. But oops, I missed. Missed. Boom. You see that? So the chopper, when I hit the chopper, it threw everyone out of the chopper. So there's no one in the chopper right now, and then it's just going to crash. The point of this clip is that no two people who played this game will experience this. The number of people who experience what I experience here is very, very few. Not everyone is going to have the same experience because of the physics. If it was GTA5, the chopper will explode immediately once you take the hit. So I have two explosions, one nice one and a bigger one, and then they're all dead. But because this game has intelligent physics, it acts differently. Things can happen differently depending on where you hit, how you hit it. So let's watch the whole clip. It's just 1 minute. And then you see exactly what I'm trying to say. So that's what happened. My target got thrown out of the chopper and survived in the water, so I had to go and finish him off. It's a unique gameplay experience that I can share with other people who didn't have the same experience. Everybody who played GTA5 had the same experience. Everyone. Everyone. So that's how that works. Good writing, I think Tarantino talks about this, but good writing is where you can get the audience to write along with you. They can also write in their own stories. So each person has a unique experience from the book or the game or the movie that they watched. That is how he talked about in Django, no, not Django Unchained, in Inglorious, where you have one character with a burn mark on his neck. He doesn't go into explain why the character has a burn mark. Each of us who watched the movie has our own explanation. So we are part of the writing process. We are part of the creative process. That's why a character like that is memorable. That's why a movie like that is memorable. GTA 4 is more memorable than GTA 5 because the physics engine has ways of interacting with the player that creates unique events like that chopper we just saw. That unique event is unique to me. I created that moment with my own decisions and it stuck with me forever. Not everybody is going to have that same experience. That is why this game is better. So this is a little bit spoiler alert, but I think my point is made. I think the point is proved. There's nothing else to say. GTA 5, oh man. And I mean, just as a way to conclude, my prayer really is that GTA 6 would have some kind of depth that will be at least reminiscent of GTA 4. But I know that it won't because you already have the idea of two protagonists. It's just not going to be the same. And this is not a nostalgia trip. I don't think, or I don't particularly rate Vice City or San Andreas higher than this game. Or honestly, GTA 5. Well, actually, no, let me take that back. I definitely rate GTA 5 higher than San Andreas. I think San Andreas has the same problem as GTA 5 in terms of the size and the scope. I think the saving grace of GTA of San Andreas was the character building, character development type of thing where you could be muscular, improve your cycling skills, improve your motorbike skills, learn different fighting moves. So I guess that kind of helped, but truly it didn't have that much of an impact on the story when you think about it. It just affected your gameplay in slight ways. But in a mission where you have to chase down Officer Tenpenny, your weight doesn't have much of an impact on that. So it was useful fluff, let's call it, like slightly useful fluff. But this game, no fluff, all killer, no filler. Just go in, kill everyone. Yeah, we're tactical. I'm a soldier. I know what to do. I have good movement. I have good understanding of combat. Gun combat. So what more do you want from a game? You want a game to be simple. You want a game to be direct. GTA 5 has too much nonsense in it. By nonsense, I mean just nonsensical missions, nonsensical characters. Even the characters you play as are not as interesting. The world around it is not interesting. I mean, those guys are basically terrorists, aren't they? It's like, if you remember the mission where they put a phone bomb on the owner of, I forget what his name was, Bleeter? Was it Bleeter? I can't remember. But it was a social network guy, and the guy, you have a mission where he answers a call, and the phone blows his head off. And you think about it, it's like, why are we killing this guy? I think it was the cripple. The cripple had some kind of problem with him, and I think they did it to they did it to manipulate the stock market. I can't remember what it was, but it was just so soulless, so pointless, and I don't get it. And truly, it's really a symptom of the game. This is the last mission, but I don't want to show too much. If you haven't played GTA 5, I mean, I'm so sorry. If you haven't played GTA 4, this is what you should do. Play this, and get back to me. It's a vastly superior game. The only thing perhaps GTA 5 has against it is like the updated graphics from the PS4 version, PS4, PS5, all that. But when you play the game, you see that this is actually a superior product. It's a good example, as I've always said, is the Cat video. Cat really showed us the technical differences between both games that really exposes the depth of GTA 4 that is completely missing in GTA 5. So I don't say too much. We already covered all our bases, I believe. The music, obviously better. This is them at the church. There's no church in GTA 5. Why? Because the game has no soul. They don't have GTA 5 does not have an iconic theme music. So I mean, just as a way to wrap up, right? GTA 4 is better as Cat from a technical level, the physics, the details, the physics, the details, the gameplay possibilities, the ability to go into a cop car and do vigilante missions for the police. That's huge. You have that. You have that fact. If you look at Cat's video, interiors. But for me, you have better characters. All these guys are memorable. Look at Batman right there, Brucey, all his guys. Like these are all his people. And then you have an actual wedding. So it's actually a fun moment. They're coming out from the church. You have the music. A good barometer of a game is the music because GTA 4 has an iconic theme and GTA 5 doesn't. And that's the difference. That is one very huge difference. And I think we've covered all the bases. There's just no doubt about it. Shout out to Cat. But honestly, playing this game again reminded me personally of how much better, not just better, but it's, as I said, GTA 5 is an inferior game to GTA 4. GTA 4 is the superior game. It's not better than GTA 5, it's superior to GTA 5. So with that said, give a like if you agree, subscribe please for more videos like this. Give me a comment below if you disagree, share. Let's get the conversation going. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.